Come on, y'all, come in. Yeah. All right. Today, I'm the parent of Donnell Rochester. My son was 18 years old when he lost his life February the 19th, 2022, up on Chilton Street. My son was left on the ground saying he can't breathe. And instead of the police transporting him to the hospital, they waited for a medic. And my son was deceased on arrival. This is 4 years with continue and fighting for accountability and justice. Right now, we still fighting for accountability and justice on Donnell Rochester's behalf, and we're going to continue to fight for accountability and justice on his behalf. Donnell was 18 years old. He would have been 23 September the 7th. He loved life. He loved his family. He loved interacting with his siblings. He was listed like a breath of fresh air, and his life was cut short just at the age of 18. So we are standing here today demanding accountability from the mayor and the governor. I had spoke briefly with Senator Will Smith about the bill that they had passed back in October 2023, giving Attorney General power to prosecute officers. The bill was not retroactive, so they said that the bill will not apply to Donnell. So we standing here today fighting for what's right, which is justice and accountability, and made the governor change the jurisdiction, giving the Attorney General power to prosecute the officers. Donnell deserves to still be here. Attorney General did their report, and their findings were second-degree murder and manslaughter, because after the third shot, Donnell Rochester no longer poses as a threat. Since that bill had been active, the Will Smith bill, Attorney General office has not yet prosecuted any officers. So right now we are demanding justice. We are demanding that the mayor of Baltimore City fire these officers because he has the power to do so. And we are demanding that the governor of Westmore change the jurisdiction, giving Attorney General power to prosecute. Justice for Donnell Rochester.
Justice for Donnell Rochester!
And thank you all for coming out. And also, hello. Also, I wanted to add that it's unfortunate that Donnell lost his life, but there have been so many Donnells after 2022. So many families still fighting the same fight that I am fighting to this day. So many loved ones that had to sit with that grief, you know, and when holidays and Christmas and birthdays come up, they longing for their loved one. When you kill someone, as far as police brutality, it's the aftermath as well that you have to look at as far as impacted. That person is no longer here. That person won't, you won't see that person live out their dreams. That is why it's important today and any other day that we fight for accountability, fight for justice, fight for what's right, and stand up against these crooked cops.
I want to say thank you for everybody for coming out and supporting Justice for Donnell Rochester. That was my first nephew. This is my sister, Danielle Brown. And she lost a son. And I don't know how that feels. I got 2 kids myself. But they mistakenly identified this man as somebody else. They say he was in a stolen vehicle and he wasn't. And he never posed as a threat. And I wanted to correct my sister on that. He never was a threat from the begin with. He was sitting in the car. He did what any other normal human being would have did as a kid. Because he was only young. He just reacted. He just pulled off. The officer said in the video, he think he got hit. Like, what do you mean by that? How can you think you got hit by a car? But that's all I want to say. I don't want to get too much into it. But thank y'all for coming out.
No, he no longer, he wasn't a threat. But that's the narrative that they tried to persuade, that he posed it as a threat when he was initially just trying to get away from these two officers. If anybody at this time would like to speak, speak.
Everyone. So my name is Sarah Martin, and I'm in the same shoes as her, but mine is in DC. U.S. Park Police, March 18th, decided to get in the back of the car and shoot my son 6 times in the back as he was driving, but he was asleep. They didn't wake him up. They plotted 37 minutes how to get him out the car, and never once anyone say, wake him up. So I understand what this mom is going through. I'm going through it. What happens in between the times that we're not protesting? What happened in between the times that we are not getting out justice? The police didn't even get charged. But Donnell, me and my daughter was talking about him last night because she know one of his friends. And the young lady that was in the car with him, she knew. And we was just talking about he was the life of the party. He was always joking, playing, loved people, loved dancing. So, you know, it felt like I knew him. And she didn't even know today I would be speaking at his 4th anniversary. No mama should ever go through this. Justice for Donnell.
Justice for Donnell.
Justice for Donnell.
Justice for Donnell.
And you're a brave mama. Rain, sleep, or snow, I'm out here with you.
Thank you so much. You said you wanted to see.
Hi, I'm Dan Hellerback, and I know that I can't imagine. I'm a father of 3 kids, and I just can't imagine losing my child to police violence. And I know part of that is the fact of the complexion of my skin. That I don't have to think about that very often. And that folks who've been targeted for eons, not only in this city, but around the world because of the complexion of their skin. And I can't imagine just thinking about, like several of you already said, what Donnell's life would have been, what he would have brought to this world. That's what we're missing. That's the true tragedy of what's happened. And I don't know how Danielle stands up through all this, but all praise that she is not deterred from being here for her son and honoring his life. This fight is about honoring the life of Donnell Rochester, and that no one wants to seek justice or accountability for the people that perpetrated on him is a crime. That's the real crime in this city. So not only Donnell, but others who've lost their lives in the same way. So Danielle, I just want you to know that there are people out here that will support you because we care about you and love you.
Also, I would like to thank everyone that you can sure can give. Also, I just wanted to thank everyone that came out here, you know, rain, sleet, hail, snow. I really appreciate the support. Justice for Donnell, that's definitely appreciate you all for coming out.
Greetings, everyone. Another mother that have experienced the same type of loss as which this mother have experienced. The best justice that we can receive is the justice that comes from on high. And in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, he said, where there's injustice anywhere, it's a threat to justice everywhere. So as we, all the people that come together to stand with this mother, stand in a space of solidarity, stand in a space of fortitude, because to be out here in sleet, rain, hail, or whatever, to lift up your child's name in the midst of the rain, and for other brave people to come out here to lift up Donnell Rochester's name along with this mother. Continue to stand with her. Be there for her and the other mother that spoke, and any other mothers or families that are here, because you don't know what she endures in the middle of the night. You don't know what they endure when everyone is gone and all the cameras are gone. They are enduring because that's a piece of her that is now missing. So continue to keep your son's name alive. No one else can speak for you, but you can tell your son's story. Don't ever let anyone tell you to keep quiet, but always allow your son's story to continue to raise in this space and any other space that you be in. Let them know about the life of your child, that you birthed, your baby, and it truly means a lot. So with all to come together as one, always know that God is on your side. Amen. No matter what man try to do, God is on your side. And as long as you keep God first in all that you do, the victory will be won. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Huh? Okay. Today we had went to the gravesite to see Donnell, and he's buried next to my grandmother's house, so I'm looking to go shoot some blood there too. It's very unfortunate that you don't think that it can happen to you. And I feel as though we are not supposed to bury our kids. Our kids are supposed to be burying us. So this is a fight that no one, you don't ask for. It's given to you once your loved one is gone. And that is why we continue to fight, and that's why we continue to demand, and that's why we continue to grow and always be there for each other within this fight. Hello. So I would like to thank everyone that came out. I said that already. But also, we do have monthly actions on the 19th, every 19th of the month, to honor Donnell, because his life was taken on February the 19th. The next thing that we will be doing for Donnell will be Donnell's Day. It's an event that we honor his legacy, and it's basically celebration of life. We give out, resources, food, and basically a community gathering. But today is really about Donnell and his 4th year that he's no longer here. And I want to again thank y'all for coming out in this rain, because y'all could be somewhere else. I really appreciate the love and the support for Donnell.
justice for all the impacted families that came out today. My heart goes with you all, and we just have to continue this fight for our babies. Yes, you can. Okay.
What's up, y'all? My name is President from Black Alliance for Peace, and I have a statement from our organization. We are an organization based in anti-war and peace from Africa. Friends, family, community. 4 years since Donnell Rochester. Mic check, mic check. Friends, family, community. 4 years since Donnell's young life was ended by Baltimore State Police Officer Connor S. Murray, we gather tonight in the shadow of grief. We remember the chase. We remember that the pretext was a license plate and assumption of a crime. We remember that the result, as is so often is, was death. And we remember the hollow promises. Governor Westmore looked Ms. Danielle in the eyes and spoke of prosecution. Yet 3 years after that promise, we are still waiting. We are still waiting for the Comprador class to be hold their own accountable. It should not be lost on us that in 2025, we are watching the same tape over and over again. A Baltimore State police officer in his vehicle chasing a resident on foot, another officer murdering a rapper BJ after a foot chase. This is not a series of isolated incidents. It is a pattern where the police assume, chase, aggress, and murder. Donnell's murder is not isolated. The tactics used that day of surveillance, pursuit, lethal escalation are the exact tactics we see deployed by ICE in our neighborhoods today. They are the tactics used to detain, disappear, and murder. This is a coherent architecture of repression being felt across the country. This system is a national security state that has fused intelligence, policing, and militarization into a single machine of control. It is not about safety. It is about managing us and suppressing us. We hear Mayor Brandon Scott's low crime tour presenting our city as a success story. But what is this success built upon? It is built on the validation of a working police state. A city occupied via the Pentagon's 1033 program, arming local cops with military hardware brought back from overseas. A city engaged in the deadly exchange programs where police train with Israeli occupation forces, learning the tactics of occupation used in this genocide of the Palestinians. It is a city facing proposals for a cop city or cop and state's campus in $1 billion jail. Mayor Scott can call Baltimore a safe haven, a Wakanda, but in just 2 weeks, where he touted these statistics, B.J. Abdullah and Potasha Clark Brooks and Dante Milton were murdered by this very same system he validates. These murders are not part of a low crime discussion because the system is designed to make certain deaths invisible. This is why Governor Moore's inaction is not surprising. That is why Connor Murray still walks free, because the system is designed to protect itself, not us. So as we gather for Donnell, let us be clear. The task before us is to confront this system, not reform it. We must name the system for what it is. We must fight for Donnell, fight for BJ, for all those taken or stunted by this violence, because once repression is normalized, freedom becomes just a memory. May we never forget. No compromise, no retreat. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
plan was to go to the headquarters, but it's raining, so I'm not gonna put anyone through that. That was my plan for today at the press release. But I would like to share, a free chance, and then I'm not gonna keep everyone out here long because the weather is just unbearable. I wanted to lift everyone, name up. I don't know all of them because it's too many. But I would start off with, you can see your son, loved one.
Delano Martin.
Justice for Delano Martin.
Justice for Delano Martin.
Ms. Gail.
Kevin L. Cooper.
Justice for Kevin
L. Cooper. Justice for Kevin L. Cooper.
Justice for Kevin L. Cooper.
Donnell Rochester.
Donnell Rochester.
We lift everyone out of those, and the ones that I did not mention, justice for those as well. Thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate it. I will see y'all again soon. What you want to see y'all again soon? But before y'all,
you gonna see me soon.
yeah, that's why I said soon. We'll see everyone soon. But before everyone go, can I at least get a photo? If you don't want to be in it, you could, leave. But I would just like a photo with everyone here, if that's possible. We can stand by the sign. I should have got a longer one. We won't be behind you. Because of the rain.
You have a phone?
Yeah, I have my phone. Thank you so much. Oh, she's bringing it to you. The little people can get in the front.
Ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, someone can get a little.
Alright. I'm gonna take a bunch.
Thank you. Thank y'all for coming.
Hey y'all, this Saturday, we have a town hall. Collective organizing
The Freedom
as
of
we see
Assembly
that
channel.
people getting killed by the police. And we go through economic warfare. We suffer through housing, all types of crises, and the only people who keep us safe is us. Ain't nobody coming to save us. So we have one at Payne Memorial AME Church, right up in Druid Heights. If you look us up on Instagram at @_Baltimore, we consistently trying to get people in the city organized, because if we not organized, we not safe. So that's all I gotta say. Thank y'all.
China.
I'm from Black Lives Peace.
Thank you.